Think you know the Philippines? Well, do you know what Filipino time really means? Just wait until you uncover the surprising side of the Philippines, where funerals turn into gambling parties, men obey women to a shocking extent, and children learn to swim before they can even walk. In this video, I'll walk you through some eye-opening, sometimes shocking, but absolutely true facts about the Philippines, a country that may seem familiar, but constantly flips expectations in the most unexpected ways.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, they're eating the pets.
Stick around, it's going to be a wild ride. One, when the dead bring luck, a Filipino funeral practice you won't believe. And the very first fact might completely change the way you think about the most solemn tradition in any country. In many parts of the world, funerals are quiet, respectful gatherings where people come to mourn the loss of a loved one. But in the Philippines, funerals are much more unique. These ceremonies often last anywhere from 3 days to an entire week. It's not just a time to remember the deceased, but also an occasion for friends, neighbors, and extended family to gather, share food, chat, and sometimes even play card games right next to the coffin. The atmosphere is often filled with laughter, conversations, and even the sounds of children playing. There are two main reasons behind this unusual tradition. First, according to local beliefs, family and friends must stay awake by the coffin overnight to watch over the body and prevent evil spirits, known as a swang, from disturbing or stealing the soul of the deceased. Playing cards helps everyone stay alert through the night. Second, the winnings from these games are often pooled together to help cover the funeral costs, showing a strong spirit of solidarity among the living. This blend of festivity and gambling has become a distinctive cultural practice. Interestingly, some businesses even set up fake wakes to host gambling events, capitalizing on the relaxed enforcement of gambling laws during such occasions. It's common for people to choose lottery numbers based on significant dates, such as the birth or death anniversaries of loved ones. This practice is rooted in Filipino superstitions and cultural beliefs. While it may baffle visitors, it's a deeply human and heartfelt way for the community to share in the grief and help one another through loss. 2. Living among the dead, the unsettling truth of Manila's North Cemetery. In a country where funerals can feel like lively parties and the living stay up all night playing cards to watch over the dead, it might not come as a surprise to learn that right in the heart of Manila, some people actually live side by side with the deceased. The North Cemetery is one of the most bizarre and unsettling places in the Philippines. It's not just a burial ground, it has become home to thousands of people who live in the shadows of tombstones. With skyrocketing real estate prices in Manila, many poor families find themselves unable to afford even basic shelter. Desperate for a place to live, they've turned to the cemetery, which offers roofs, open spaces, and an eerie sense of quiet, a place where death is literally in the background of daily life. Over time, families have built brick homes right on top of graves or in the narrow paths between tombs. Children play on gravestones, and adults cook meals next to crypts, some even earning a living by maintaining graves. As night falls, the atmosphere turns even colder and more unsettling, surrounded by the silence of neighbors who will never speak. The sight of crumbling tombs, exposed bones, and skulls lying forgotten in corners is chilling. In a place where life and death collide, it's hard to escape the feeling that the line between the two is thinner than ever. For outsiders, especially those from the United States, the sight of families living among the dead at night is downright eerie. If I needed to use the bathroom late at night, I don't think I'd dare go. Would you be brave enough? 3. Are you ready for a Filipino wife? Here's what you should know. If you're a foreigner looking for a Filipino wife, you should know that in many Filipino households, women play a dominant role in decision-making and managing finances, and men often entrust their entire salary to their wives out of trust and respect. In the Philippines, men often take a back seat when it comes to household decisions, with many trusting their wives to lead the way. Women in the Philippines are seen not just as homemakers, but as the true pillars of the family, holding significant influence both financially and in decision-making. In many households, it is the wife who manages the family finances, handles the expenses, raises the children, and even makes major decisions, such as buying a house, purchasing a car, or selecting the best school for the children. Although men are still the primary earners in many families, they often hand over their entire salary to their wives. This practice is not based on societal pressure, but rather on mutual trust. Filipino men believe that women are more careful with money and have a better long-term vision when it comes to managing the family's resources. It's a reflection of the deep respect and confidence they have in their wives' ability to run the household efficiently. An interesting aspect of Filipino family culture is that men rarely challenge these decisions, knowing that the woman's perspective is likely to benefit the family in the long run. This power dynamic also extends to social customs, where Filipino men often show a great deal of respect for their wives' opinions, especially in front of their children. The shared responsibility in the family helps create a strong partnership and fosters unity. Would you want a Filipino wife like that? If yes, comment on the number 8, and I'll share the secrets to getting to know them, so you can start your journey. 4. Why some Filipinos still eat dog meat. What would it be like if your pet were on the dinner table? In the Philippines, the consumption of dog meat remains a controversial issue, particularly in rural regions like Benguet and the Cordillera Mountains. Historically, dog meat was seen as a cultural delicacy and was consumed during special occasions, traditional feasts, and ceremonies. For some indigenous communities in these areas, dog meat was believed to provide strength and vitality. This tradition, passed down through generations, is still practiced by a small number of people, despite its prohibition under the Republic Act 8485, the Animal Welfare Act, passed in 1998, which made the slaughter, sale, and consumption of dogs for food illegal. In some rural areas, local customs and economic conditions have allowed the dog meat trade to persist underground. There are reports of illegal slaughterhouses and black market dog meat sales in places like Benguet, where the demand for dog meat remains despite growing legal and societal opposition. However, this practice is increasingly viewed as outdated and inhumane. Many Filipinos, especially in urban areas, regard dogs as pets and family members, and there has been rising support for animal welfare campaigns. The government and animal rights organizations have been working to enforce the law more strictly, but the deep-rooted cultural beliefs in some regions make this a difficult issue to tackle. 5. How honking became a way of life in the Philippines. If you've ever walked through the busy streets of Manila or Cebu, you've probably heard the constant sound of car horns. But don't be too quick to get annoyed. It's not road rage, but a unique form of communication. Honking is part of the fabric of daily life here, and it's used for much more than just warning others. Drivers honk to ask for space, say thank you, signal someone to slow down, or even greet each other. It's par for the course when navigating crowded streets. What makes this custom even more interesting is the personal horn code some drivers develop. For example, 2 short honks mean thank you, and a long honk means please let me through. In certain situations, a rhythmic honking pattern is just a friendly exchange between familiar drivers. It's not just noise, it's a language on wheels. Honking also replaces turn signals in many cases, especially on narrow roads or busy intersections where visibility is poor. So, if you're new to the Philippines, don't judge a book by its cover. This unique way of communicating might seem strange at first, but once you understand it, you'll realize it's simply part of the daily rhythm of life here. 6. When your boss is called baby, Filipino naming customs. You may not know this, but in the Philippines, names take on a much more playful and spontaneous vibe than in many other cultures. It's not uncommon to meet a bank employee named Pepsi, a driver called Boy, or a female colleague known as Baby or Girly. What might seem like a joke to outsiders is often an official name, used not just informally but on legal documents, workplace contracts, and even in political campaigns. This tradition of creative naming stems from a mix of reasons. Some people are named after their favorite things, such as Pepsi, Cherry, or Bong, reflecting their parents' personal preferences. Other names are combinations of parents' names, like Jamari, a blend of Joseph and Maria. But often, names are simply chosen because they sound fun, catchy, or easy to remember. For many families, naming doesn't have to be context. It's all about what feels warm, personal, and easy to say. A woman might be officially named Maria Concepcion, but everyone, from family to co-workers, just calls her baby. Even prominent figures like President Bongbong Marcos and former Vice President Leni Robredo use their nicknames in public life, embodying the friendly, informal nature of Filipino culture. However, for foreigners, this relaxed approach to naming can be confusing. Calling your boss baby or receiving an email from a business contact named Honey can certainly be an eye-opener. 7. A hotspot for foreigners looking for a life partner. Do you know that the Philippines is a paradise for foreign men? In the Philippines, the idea of foreigners finding a life partner is not uncommon, and every year, thousands of foreign men marry Filipino women. In fact, around 15,000 foreign marriages are registered annually in the country. However, the path to finding a life partner here is not as simple as it might seem. As a foreigner, it's crucial to understand the cultural dynamics and approach the search for a partner thoughtfully. Filipino women, while welcoming and friendly, have their own set of values and traditions that may not align with Western expectations. According to some Filipinas, many foreign men make the mistake of looking in the wrong places, like bars or beaches, or relying too heavily on social media to meet potential partners. While it's true that some women are attracted to foreigners for various reasons, including economic opportunities, it's important to remember that genuine, long-lasting relationships are built on mutual respect and common ground. Many Filipinas are looking for relationships based on trust, shared values, and deeper connections, which is why dating within familiar contexts, such as work, school, or mutual friends, is often advised. It's essential to observe behaviors, understanding that Filipino culture is not as liberated as in the West, and there may still be a stigma for women dating older foreign men. Additionally, many Filipinas prefer to avoid being labeled as seeking out foreign relationships, as this can carry negative connotations. While finding a partner in the Philippines can be rewarding, it requires patience, respect, and a genuine understanding of Filipino values. 8. The SMS capital of the world. You might be surprised to learn that before smartphones and social media took over the world, the Philippines was once known as the SMS capital of the world, a title it held due to the country's immense use of text messaging. In the early 2000s, the Philippines saw an explosion in mobile phone usage. With over 40 million mobile users by 2002, Filipinos quickly embraced SMS, making it the primary means of communication for millions, especially in rural areas where internet access was limited. What made this phenomenon so unique was how deeply integrated SMS was in Filipino daily life. Texting became a way for people to stay connected with family and friends, especially in a country made up of over 7,000 islands. The ease and affordability of SMS made it an essential tool for communication, and it was particularly useful for personal and business messages. Philippine mobile network providers, such as Smart Communications and Globe Telecom, played a significant role in making SMS accessible to nearly everyone. By offering competitive pricing and flexible plans, they ensured that mobile phones were within reach of the average Filipino. Even today, while most people now use apps like Messenger, Viber, or Telegram, texting remains a favorite way to communicate. At one point, it was reported that Filipinos were sending more than 1 billion messages per day. That number was higher than the combined total of the United States and Europe. Although mobile internet usage has grown in recent years, SMS remains a beloved part of Filipino communication culture, a legacy of the country's digital history. 9. The surprising history from weapon to global sport. You may be playing with a yo-yo, but did you know that the Philippines is the birthplace of this toy? While yo-yos have become popular worldwide, few know that it originated from this country, where it was used centuries ago as a tool of combat. Initially, yo-yos were not just toys but also weapons in the hands of warriors. The first yo-yos were made from wood or stone and were used for throwing and pulling back, much like how they're played today. In the 1920s, the yo-yo was improved and became a globally recognized toy. A Filipino named Pedro Flores played a significant role in popularizing the yo-yo when he opened a manufacturing and selling business in the United States. Since then, the yo-yo has become a cultural symbol and a beloved toy for many generations of children. Today, the yo-yo is considered both a sport and a beloved pastime, attracting millions of participants in global competitions. 10. Living on water, the fascinating life of the Badjao people. How is it possible to live underwater? The Badjao people, often called the Sea Gypsies, have mastered this incredible feat, creating a life that revolves entirely around the ocean. They are known for their incredible skills in diving, fishing, and boat building, spending most of their lives on wooden boats, traveling from island to island. In fact, many Badjao have never lived on land and instead reside on boats or stilted homes over the water. Badjao children learn to swim before they even learn to walk, and their bodies have evolved to adapt to their aquatic lifestyle. Their culture and lifestyle reflect their deep connection to the sea. For the Badjao, the ocean is not just a source of livelihood but also their home and spiritual sanctuary. However, despite their fascinating lifestyle, the Badjao face challenges as they often live in poverty, with limited access to education, healthcare, and basic services. Curious about their life on the water and the struggles they face today? Dive deeper into the world of the Badjao by clicking the link below to explore their incredible way of life, their challenges, and their vibrant culture that continues to thrive against the odds. You won't want to miss it. 11. The truth behind Filipino time, more than just a habit. Being late in the Philippines isn't just a habit, it's a cultural norm known as Filipino time. Whether it's a social gathering, a family party, or a work event, it's common for people to arrive 15 to 30 minutes after the scheduled start time. For special occasions like birthdays, weddings, or festivals, guests rarely show up exactly at the time written on the invitation. Instead of being frustrated, Filipinos often view this as perfectly normal. It's a reflection of the culture's laid-back, flexible attitude, where comfort and relaxation take precedence over strict punctuality. While foreigners, especially Americans, may find this shocking and frustrating, locals typically respond saying, "This is our culture." Some hosts have adapted by setting the event time 30 minutes to an hour earlier than originally planned, knowing that guests will arrive later than expected. However, in recent years, both the government and younger generations have pushed for change, launching campaigns like One Time to promote punctuality, particularly in professional settings where time management is critical. 12. Rice is life, a central part of Filipino culture. When staying with a Filipino family, you'll quickly notice one thing that's constant in every meal: rice. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, or a celebration, you'll almost always find a hot plate of white rice on the table. Breakfast is no exception. It's commonly served alongside grilled meats, fried chicken, sausages, or even hot dogs. Even at fast food chains like Jollibee or McDonald's, fried chicken is often served with rice instead of fries. What's more, the portions of rice are usually much larger than what most Westerners are used to, with some people eating 3 or even 4 bowls in a single meal. For Filipinos, rice is more than just a staple food. It's woven into the fabric of daily life and culture. They often say rice is life, a phrase that reflects just how crucial it is in every meal. For many foreigners, especially those from Western countries where carbs usually come in the form of potatoes, bread, or salad, this is one of the most surprising aspects of Filipino dining. Rice is central to every meal, reflecting the country's deep connection to this vital food. 13. The most extended Christmas celebration in the world. If you think Christmas is in December, wait until you experience it in the Philippines. Known as the Land of Christmas, the Philippines doesn't just celebrate the holiday for a few weeks, it begins as early as September. Yes, you read that right. The Christmas season in the Philippines stretches over 4 months, making it the longest holiday celebration in the world. From September, it brings a transformation, with the country filled with festive lights, Christmas carols, and the unmistakable excitement of the season. For many Filipinos, Christmas is not just about the gifts, it's a time for family, community, and faith. One of the highlights is the Simbang Gabi, or Night Mass, a series of early morning services that bring people together to celebrate the birth of Christ. Then comes Noche Buena, a Christmas Eve feast where families enjoy traditional dishes like roast pig, rice cakes, and sweet bread. Perhaps most iconic are the parols, colorful star-shaped lanterns that adorn homes and streets, symbolizing the Star of Bethlehem. For foreigners, this early and extended celebration might seem overwhelming, but it's a testament to the Filipino spirit of togetherness. In the Philippines, Christmas isn't just a holiday, it's a way of life. a time to cherish family and community, making it an unforgettable experience for anyone lucky enough to be part of it. 14. The story behind the name Philippines. The name Philippines was given by the Spanish during their colonization of the archipelago in the 16th century. In 1543, Spanish explorer Ruy López de Villalobos named the islands Las Islas Filipinas in honor of King Philip II of Spain, who was the reigning monarch at the time. The name stuck, and the entire group of islands eventually came to be known as the Philippines. Before the Spanish arrived, the islands were known by various names depending on the region. For instance, Luzon was referred to as Lusung by early Chinese traders, and the Visayas were called Bisaya. The indigenous people had their own names for their territories, but under Spanish rule, the name Philippines became official. Though the name was a legacy of colonization, it remains a symbol of the country's complex history, blending both native and foreign influences. Today, the Philippines is an independent nation with a rich, diverse culture shaped by centuries of global interaction. 15. The city that set its clocks ahead to improve life. Located in the southern part of the Philippines, Davao City is known for its peace, cleanliness, and surprisingly, its own unique time system, Davao time. Much like the cultural quirk of Filipino time, where people tend to arrive late to events, Davao's approach to time was an attempt to flip the script and boost productivity. In the 1990s, the local government made the bold decision to set the city's clocks 30 minutes ahead of the rest of the country. The idea was simple: get people to start their days earlier, improve punctuality, and allow workers to finish their tasks sooner, giving them more time to spend with their families. This shift, though unofficial, became a hallmark of life in Davao, with government offices, schools, and even local television stations adopting this time zone. For a while, Davao time seemed to work well. People were more productive, and the new schedule helped improve the community's overall well-being. However, to avoid confusion with other regions, the city eventually reverted to the national standard time. Despite that, the creative approach to time management still stands out as a distinctly Filipino solution, an attempt to strike a balance between productivity and family life, a trait that resonates with the values of Filipino culture. So there you have it, a fascinating glimpse into the quirks, traditions, and unique aspects of Filipino culture that often surprise and intrigue. From lively funerals to the rich meaning behind Filipino time, these are just a few of the many reasons why the Philippines continues to captivate the world. Whether you're planning to visit, live, or just curious about this beautiful country, there's always something new to learn and discover. I hope this video has given you a deeper understanding of the Philippines and its vibrant culture. If you enjoyed this journey, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our next adventure. We've got more exciting stories and hidden gems coming your way.
Despite its beauty, the Philippines hides a brutal contrast. Just a few steps away from the glittering city skyline lies a slum, where people survive by eating discarded food, and every day is a fight to stay alive. Families live on less than $1 a day. The Philippines is paradise, but not the kind you think. And that's just one of the 15 facts we're about to uncover. This is a country that defies every stereotype. Some of these truths will inspire you, some might disturb you, but all of them will open your eyes. This is not just another island nation. This is the Philippines, raw, radiant, and real. A nation of islands, languages, and history. Philippines is a vast archipelago with over 7,000 islands scattered across the Pacific Ocean, making it one of the largest island nations in the world. Divided into 3 main regions, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, each region has its own unique culture, geography, and history. From the bustling streets of Manila on Luzon to the tranquil beaches of Palawan, the diversity of this island nation is reflected in its people and landscapes. The countless islands offer everything from rugged mountains to pristine beaches, all waiting to be explored. The name Philippines itself carries the weight of history. It was named after King Philip II of Spain during the 16th century, when the islands became a Spanish colony. The country's colonial past is still visible in its architecture, traditions, and even its cuisine. The Philippines' ties to Spain have shaped its identity in profound ways, influencing everything from religion to social structures. But perhaps one of the most mind-blowing aspects of the Philippines is its linguistic diversity. With more than 170 languages and dialects spoken across the archipelago, it is one of the most linguistically diverse countries in the world. While Tagalog and Cebuano are the most widely spoken, English is the official language for government and education, making communication seamless for international travelers. The Philippines' rich mix of languages reflects its history and the many cultures that have influenced this beautiful country. As you venture across the islands, you'll find that each region offers a unique way of life, giving you a truly immersive experience in this captivating travel documentary destination. 14. The women of the Philippines: strength, grace, and resilience. When you arrive in the Philippines, you will encounter a variety of skin tones. Filipinos of Austronesian descent have a natural brown complexion due to their ancestors living in tropical regions with strong sunlight year-round. Filipinos of Spanish descent, due to 333 years of Spanish rule, often have fairer skin. This is also why Filipino women possess many different charms, ranging from Euro-Asian beauty to a North American flair. The Philippines ranks highest in the world for the percentage of women holding senior management positions in medium-sized companies. While traditional Filipino women place great importance on family and care for their children, modern Filipino girls embody both traditional values and the unique traits of contemporary women. They are very loyal in their marriages, and the image of a vibrant, capable Filipino woman returning home after work to share a warm meal and joyful moments with her husband and children is quite common. However, many Filipino men still hold traditional views and uphold old cultural norms. As a result, many talented young Filipino women today seek opportunities for personal growth and cross-border relationships, hoping to find foreign partners who can offer respect and equality in marriage, particularly European and American men, as English is their second language. An increasing number of Filipino girls are marrying foreign men, especially Americans and Canadians. Their standards for partners are not overly high. They simply want someone they can trust, share with, and who respects them in the relationship. If you're interested in us sharing online dating apps to connect with Filipino girls and tips for winning their hearts, please leave a comment with the number 8. "13. Main modes of transport. What's the most iconic way to get around the Philippines? That would be the jeepney, a loud, lively, art-covered bus that evolved from U.S. military jeeps left behind after World War II. These moving murals are more than just transport. They're a cultural symbol. In Manila alone, over 50,000 jeepneys zoom through busy streets each day. They don't follow strict bus stops, just wave them down. Rides start around 8 pesos for the first 4 kilometers, with small additions for longer distances. And then there's the habal, a modified motorcycle that can carry up to 12 people. This isn't just a ride, it's an experience. Imagine hopping onto one of these for a cross-village journey. Would you try it? Before we continue, if you're enjoying this travel documentary, do us a quick favor, like the video, drop a comment below with your favorite fact so far, and hit that subscribe button. We bring you travel documentary adventures every week that dive into the world's most fascinating cultures and stories. Let's keep this journey going together. 12. Why buying a car feels like buying a mansion. In most countries, owning a car is a milestone. In the Philippines, it can feel like winning the lottery. The cost of purchasing a vehicle here is eye-watering, sometimes up to 50% higher than in the US or Europe. And it's not just the price tag. Add a 12% value-added tax, excise taxes up to 50%, and sky-high import duties, and your $20,000 car suddenly costs over $30,000. Now, add this context. The average Filipino earns between $300 and $500 per month. For most, a brand new car is out of reach. It's a dream they walk past every day on their way to catch a jeepney. This has created a booming second-hand market where older vehicles change hands again and again. Some buyers opt for locally assembled cars to avoid import fees. Others simply stretch their budget and make do. And so on the streets of Manila, you'll often see BMWs and Bentleys roaring past rusty, smoke-belching jeepneys. That contrast, luxury and struggle side by side, is one of the many paradoxes that define the Philippines. 11. Slum life and the resilience of Filipino cuisine. Chicken reborn from bones. In the bustling streets of Manila, away from the polished tourist spots, lies a world where survival is an art. The slums, where over 12 million people cram into overcrowded neighborhoods, survival is a daily battle. These communities face unimaginable hardships, limited access to clean water, cramped living conditions, and scarce resources. Yet, amidst these challenges, something extraordinary happens. How do they make it through? Imagine this, chicken made from bones. Yes, you read that right. Leftover chicken bones, once discarded as waste, are transformed into a rich, hearty stew. Simmered with soy sauce, vinegar, and garlic, this dish is not just a meal but a symbol of survival and creativity. What once seemed like scraps becomes a feast, uniting families and offering nourishment when resources are scarce. The ability to rise above such dire circumstances and still find joy in the struggle is the true testament to the Filipino spirit. In a world where every meal is hard-earned and every penny counts, these communities don't just survive, they thrive, proving that even in the toughest situations, resilience and creativity will always find a way. Could you face this kind of challenge? Would you have the strength to keep going? 10. The best beaches and scenic wonders of the Philippines. The Philippines is a paradise for nature lovers, with some of the most stunning beaches and natural wonders in the world. White Beach on Boracay Island stands out as one of the most beautiful, renowned globally for its soft, powdery sand that stretches over 4 kilometers and its crystal-clear turquoise waters. It consistently ranks among the best beaches lists, offering gentle waves and unforgettable sunsets. Whether you're relaxing under a palm tree or enjoying thrilling water activities like kite surfing, White Beach is a perfect escape for every type of traveler. But the Philippines' beauty extends far beyond Boracay. El Nido in Palawan offers breathtaking seascapes with towering limestone cliffs and hidden lagoons that create a tropical wonderland. The turquoise waters, surrounded by lush green islands, make it a haven for divers seeking rich marine life. Siargao, known as the surfing capital, not only boasts pristine beaches, but also crystal clear waters and gentle surf, attracting surfers from around the globe. For those seeking something off the beaten path, Camiguin Island offers secluded beaches, volcanic landscapes, and natural hot springs, perfect for exploration. The diversity of the Philippines' landscapes, from sandy shores to towering cliffs and serene lagoons, makes it a dream destination. In this travel documentary, we showcase how these islands and beaches, including the world-renowned White Beach, provide an unparalleled experience for those seeking nature's ultimate beauty. 9. Home to killer whales and unique wildlife. The waters surrounding the Philippines are not only known for their stunning beaches and crystal-clear seas, but also for being home to some of the ocean's most majestic creatures, including the elusive orca or killer whale. While often associated with colder waters, orcas can also be found in the tropical seas of the Philippines, making it one of the rare places in the world where these apex predators thrive. For those lucky enough to catch a glimpse of these magnificent creatures, their presence is a reminder of the untamed beauty of the ocean. But the wildlife of the Philippines doesn't end with orcas. The archipelago is home to some of the world's most unique and endangered species. One such creature is the tarsier, a small primate with enormous eyes, native to the islands of Bohol. These nocturnal animals are so tiny they can easily fit in the palm of your hand, and their remarkable ability to turn their heads 180 degrees has earned them a place in the hearts of nature lovers and conservationists alike. Additionally, the Philippines is a haven for rare marine life, including sea turtles and a wide variety of exotic birds, many of which can only be found in the country. From its jungles to its coral reefs, the Philippines is a living sanctuary for biodiversity. This travel documentary destination invites wildlife enthusiasts and travelers to explore not only the beauty of the landscape, but the incredible creatures that call this nation home. 8. Davao, the safest city in the Philippines. Are you searching for a new country to live in or retire peacefully? The Philippines might just be the perfect destination you've been looking for. Tucked away in the southern region of Mindanao, Davao City is renowned for being one of the safest cities not just in the Philippines, but in Southeast Asia. Known for its low crime rates, Davao has earned a reputation as a city where both locals and tourists can feel secure. This is largely due to strict local governance and effective law enforcement, which have made public safety a top priority. One unique aspect of Davao's safety protocols is its no smoking rule in public spaces, a policy that is strictly enforced across the city. The presence of peace and order extends beyond laws. It's reflected in the calm atmosphere and the overall sense of security felt by its residents. The city also features a tight-knit community where people respect each other's space and well-being. In addition to its safety, Davao is known for its beautiful landscapes and natural attractions. The towering Mount Apaw, the highest peak in the Philippines, is located here, drawing adventure seekers and nature lovers alike. Davao is also famous for its durian, a pungent yet delicious fruit, which is often considered the city's symbol. Whether you're hiking in the mountains or strolling through its clean, well-maintained streets, Davao's welcoming and safe environment makes it an ideal destination for those seeking peace of mind while exploring. 7. Ninoy Aquino International Airport, the busy gateway of the Philippines. Ninoy Aquino International Airport in Manila stands as the primary gateway to the Philippines, welcoming millions of travelers each year. Ranked among the busiest airports in the world, NAIA serves as a crucial hub connecting the archipelago to destinations across Asia, Europe, and beyond. Despite its challenges, including congestion and long lines, the airport is a testament to the Philippines' vibrant tourism and business industries. One interesting fact about NAIA is its historical significance. The airport was named after Benigno Ninoy Aquino Jr., a prominent Filipino political figure who was assassinated there in 1983. His death marked a turning point in the country's history, sparking the People Power Revolution and eventually leading to the fall of Ferdinand Marcos's dictatorship. The naming of the airport after Aquino honors his legacy and the nation's journey toward democracy. While it may not yet match the luxury of some global airports, NAIA remains a symbol of the Philippines' welcoming spirit. Travelers passing through are often greeted by the vibrant energy of the country, from the lively local shops selling Filipino handicrafts to the bustling crowds filled with a mix of excitement and anticipation. This travel documentary destination captures the paradox of being both chaotic and charming, much like the country it serves. 6. Karaoke culture, the heartbeat of Filipino fun. Karaoke in the Philippines is more than just a hobby, it's a cultural phenomenon. It's a beloved tradition that brings people together, whether in a humble home or a karaoke bar. Filipinos of all ages passionately sing everything from classic ballads to modern pop hits, often joining in as a group. Karaoke is about more than singing. It's about creating memories, sharing laughter, and bonding with loved ones. This tradition transcends age and social status, with even the shyest individuals taking part. Here's a fun fact. Many karaoke bars in the Philippines offer an anti-social mode, where songs are instrumental, allowing solo singers to enjoy the experience without feeling judged. It's a perfect example of how seriously Filipinos take their karaoke culture. It's all about fun, not perfection. This iconic tradition even makes its way into Filipino travel documentaries, showcasing the vibrant spirit of the country. 5. Celebrating the Moon and Sinulog, two unique Filipino festivals. In the Philippines, the Mid-Autumn Festival, or Moon Festival, is a celebration blending Chinese traditions with Filipino flair, especially significant for the Filipino-Chinese community. Families gather to honor the harvest moon, symbolizing unity and prosperity. One of the key traditions is making and sharing moon cakes, filled with lotus seed paste or red bean, representing harmony. Lantern parades light up the streets, with colorful lanterns released into the... This celebration beautifully reflects the Philippines' cultural diversity. Then there's the Grand Sinulog Festival in Cebu, one of the largest and most vibrant in the country. Held every January, it honors Santo Niño, the child Jesus, with lively street parades, traditional dances, and spiritual ceremonies, attracting millions of visitors. The Sinulog dance, full of rhythmic energy, captures the devotion and spirit of the Filipino people, drawing both locals and tourists into a celebration of faith and culture. The streets of Cebu come alive with vibrant colors, music, and energy, making Sinulog a quintessential Filipino experience. These festivals, with their unique histories and vibrant traditions, highlight the Philippines' rich cultural heritage and offer an unforgettable experience for anyone lucky enough to witness them in this travel documentary. 4. Kaniyan in the Filipino food experience. The Filipino cuisine isn't just about food, it's a vibrant, flavorful journey through history and culture. Kamayan, the Filipino tradition of eating with hands, is the ultimate expression of this rich culinary heritage. Imagine a feast laid out on banana leaves, with adobo, lechon, and sinigang, among other delights, where everyone gathers around to dig in using their hands, sharing not just food but memories. This lively and communal experience brings people together, reflecting the heart of Filipino hospitality. The food is more than just a meal. It's a celebration of unity, culture, and tradition. Adobo, marinated meat slow-cooked in soy sauce and vinegar, is a dish that never fails to satisfy. Lechon, the crispy roast pig, is often served at major celebrations, while sinigang, a sour soup, provides comfort during rainy days. These dishes, along with other Filipino favorites, showcase the bold, unique flavors of the country. And it's all enjoyed in the spirit of togetherness during a Kamayan feast, where the meal itself becomes an unforgettable experience. What's your favorite Filipino dish, and would you try Kamayan for the first time? Let us know in the comments below. 3. Living costs in the Philippines, an affordability paradise. The Philippines offers a surprisingly low cost of living, making it an attractive destination for foreigners seeking an affordable lifestyle. In Manila, a one-bedroom apartment costs around $700 to $900 per month, but moving to smaller cities like Cebu or Davao can bring the cost down to $400 to $600. This is a stark contrast to major cities in Western countries, where similar accommodations could easily cost $1,500 or more. Everyday expenses are also far more affordable. Dining out at local restaurants will cost just $3 to $7, while grocery bills are similarly low. The cost of utilities, transportation, and healthcare is also significantly cheaper, making it easier for foreigners to live comfortably on a modest budget. For those looking to retire or relocate, the Philippines offers an excellent opportunity to enjoy a high quality of life without the financial burden of expensive living costs elsewhere. The low living expenses, combined with stunning natural beauty, make it a perfect place to settle down and experience a relaxed, fulfilling lifestyle. With these costs, would you choose to settle here? If yes, choose one. If not, choose 0. Please share your answer in the comments. 2. Vegan, a glimpse into another century. In the northern province of Ilocos Sur, time seems to slow down. cobblestone streets, horse-drawn carriages, Spanish colonial houses with wooden shutters and tiled roofs. Welcome to Vigan, one of the best preserved examples of a Spanish-era town in Asia. Walking through Calle Crisologo, the city's main historic street, feels like stepping into a time capsule. By day, sunlight warms the walls of ancestral homes turned into museums and boutique hotels. By night, lanterns glow over balconies and the clip-clop of horses echoes down quiet alleys. It's not just nostalgia, it's real life. Families still live in these centuries-old houses. Artisans carve furniture by hand, bake empanadas in clay ovens, and weave cloth using age-old looms. This city is not just a backdrop for a travel documentary, it's a breathing piece of history where daily life unfolds on streets paved with memory. 1. A way of life built on hospitality. The most unforgettable thing in the Philippines isn't found in the markets, on the beaches, or even in the mountains. It's in the people. Filipinos are famously warm, polite, and welcoming. Strangers are greeted with smiles and respectful terms like sir, ma'am, ate, meaning older sister, or kuya, meaning older brother, regardless of age or background. Phrases like po and opo are peppered into speech to show courtesy. There's a natural generosity here. If you're lost, someone will walk with you. If you're hungry, someone might offer food. Even in busy cities or struggling neighborhoods, the culture of kindness never fades. In banks or government offices, special lanes are often reserved for the elderly, pregnant women, or those with disabilities. In traffic jams that stretch for hours, tempers remain surprisingly calm. No honking, no shouting, just patience, and maybe a karaoke tune playing from a nearby tricycle. This travel documentary began with geography, history, and food. But it ends here with people, because in the end, that's what makes a country unforgettable. So there you have it, 15 mind-blowing facts about the Philippines, a country overflowing with culture, contrast, and heart. From beaches that rival the world's best to traditions passed down through centuries to a karaoke mic waiting for your turn, this is a nation that lives fully and welcomes you into its rhythm. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Which would you want to see with your own eyes?
Think you know the Philippines? Well, do you know what Filipino time really means? Just wait until you uncover the surprising side of the Philippines, where funerals turn into gambling parties, men obey women to a shocking extent.